Buenos días, estudiantes míos. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Today, if you're a virtual student, I would like you to know that you have a test this Friday. It's going to be over everything in Chapter 2. Tomorrow, I'm going to give you a big review over the things in Chapter 2 with a whole list of things to do. I will not rhyme the rest of the video. I'm so sorry you had to hear that. For your bell work today, I would like you to either finish the assignment from yesterday, or you can also study in Quizlet if you would like to. We have two different activities we're going to do today. The first one is in this video, and the next one's going to be in a different video. I still need to teach you this, and it's pretty simple. Yesterday, I introduced a couple of words to you. I introduced you to the word por qué, which is written separately and has an accent mark. And por qué is the way in Spanish we say why. Okay? In Spanish, something interesting, when we respond to por qué, we also say por qué, written together, no accent mark. So this would be how I say because. Let me show you a quick example of what this looks like. So if I say, ¿por qué te gustan los libros? Think for a second. What is that saying? Don't say it out loud. People think you're crazy. I want to know, why do you like books? Ew, gross. And you come back and you defend your answer and you say, because son interesantes. Me gustan los libros porque son interesantes. I like books because they are interesting. Okay, so today, really quick activity, I'm going to teach you how to do all of this correctly. All right, so we are going to be using the verb ser again, and it's been a while. But what's kind of cool about describing objects, because we're describing things now, we're not describing people. So anything describing people we don't need. We don't need this one, we don't need this one, and we don't need this one. If we're describing things, the only two forms of the verb ser we're going to use is es and son, because I want to say it is or they are. Okay, so let me give you an example. Oh, so yeah, that's how we say is, and that's how we say are if we're talking about things. So if I say, for example, hamburger is, the hamburger is, I would use es. If I say the hamburgers are, plural, I would use son. Okay, so I can give you a couple more examples. Just remember, if it's one thing you're talking about, it's es. El libro es, the book is, good, bad, interesting, boring. The books are good, bad, interesting, boring. Okay? Classes are. Cool? I think that's good on examples. I want to go ahead and show you a real quick activity we're doing with this. Okay? So I want to know, okay, let me tell you this. I have somebody here. They like something. I gave you a giant picture of it. You're going to ask simply, why do you like this? And they're going to answer, they like this because this. All right, so this one I'm going to do for you. The sentence that I'm trying to make is to say, they like hamburgers because they are delicious. And I need to show you something that we have to do with this word right here, okay? So bear with me and be patient. This is your example. I want to say they like hamburgers because they're delicious, and I'm literally combining everything I have learned this chapter into one activity. So hopefully it's pretty simple. So I want to say they like hamburgers. I'm going to start with hamburgers because I know how to say hamburgers. Las hamburguesas, right? Or hopefully everybody at this point knows how to order a hamburger now. If you go to Mexico, you can just say hamburguesa, por favor, and you're going to, me gustan, you're going to be understood. So we have las hamburguesas. Okay, so now the question is, am I going to use gusta or gustan? Hopefully you know. If you're not writing this, you should be. Okay, and now I have to use one of these guys from my chart yesterday. Métele nos les. All right. So I should know if it's ellos, then I have to use this form right here. Les gustan. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and take it a step further. I'm going to go ahead and name them ellos. If I name them, I have to have something that comes before it when I use the verb gustar. Only with the verb gustar. Okay, so that is what we did yesterday. A ellos les gustan las hamburguesas. The last piece I need is we are defending their answers, and we want to say because. That never changes. And then all I want to say is they are delicious. To describe a thing, I have two options. I have es if it's one thing. I have son if it's more than one thing. Okay? So I know hamburgers is plural. And the last thing I need to do is add my describing word, delicioso. All right, you think you're done, and you put your period, and you go to the next, or you choose that answer on your quiz. And I will tell you that this is not a correct sentence, and I want to explain to you why. If we have a word that describes a girl, you should know at this point, we're going to change that O to an A. Okay? Now here's the thing. This doesn't only apply for people. It also applies for things. Things in Spanish are masculine. Things are feminine. Things are hamburguesa. Things are plural and things are singular. So our adjective is going to change also to describe to describe the object. All right. So for example, a hamburger is feminine. And so our adjective has to be feminine as well. I would say la hamburguesa es deliciosa. I so happen to have more than one hamburger here, and so I'm not going to say deliciosa. I'm going to say deliciosas. Okay? Write this example sentence for me, please. So you have it because you're going to need it for the next few slides. Okay, pause the video if you need to. I'm going to move on. Okay, so we have here another sentence. This sentence is somebody asking you, ¿Por qué no te gustan las películas de terror? Do you know what the sentence is saying? Someone wants to know why you don't like what kind of movies? Horror movies. This word right here, pésimo, is how we say awful, terrible, not good. Okay? So what your sentence needs to say, even if it's not true, I need you to come back and make a sentence that says, I don't like, because you're answering the question. I don't like horror movies because they are awful. I don't like horror movies because they are awful. Pause the video for me and give me your best sentence. Did you actually pause it? You sneaky, sneaky person, because Friday you have a test over this, and if I'm just giving you answers, it's not helping you. So I'm going to show you what the sentence looks like, and we'll break down the pieces, okay? So I'm going to go from the beginning. So you would answer, no me gustan las películas de terror. That's all we did yesterday, and now we're adding the part from today. Porque, I want to say because they are pésimas. Pésimas. I have to make it pésimas because the thing I'm describing is movies, and movies is feminine, and it's plural. Okay? No me gustan las películas de terror porque son pésimas. Hopefully that is a sentence you got. Let's do another one. Okay. So here we have Roberta y Laura. They don't like this. We can tell they don't like this because this is a negative word. They don't like this because it's this. Okay, no problem. Show me a sentence just saying Roberta y Laura don't like vegetables because they're horrible. Pause this video or face my wrath. Okay, let's do it. So I want to say Roberta y Laura don't like vegetables. So I'm going to start from my sentence. A Roberta y a Laura no les gustan las verduras. All of that to say, Roberta and Laura don't like vegetables in Spanish. A Roberta y a Laura no les gustan las verduras. And then we have the new part here today. Porque son, they are. And then we have horrible. Now, horrible doesn't end in an O, so we don't have to change that. However, we're describing vegetables. We're not describing Roberta and Laura being horrible. We're describing the vegetables. Vegetables is plural, so we're going to make that horribles is your perfect sentence. Make that change for me, please. Last one. Last sentence. Okay, we have nosotros. You have to look at this word and decide, do we like this, whatever this is? You can't see it, that's a horrible color. Or not, based on the word, okay? So you say, we like ice cream, and somebody says, why? ¿Por qué? And you need to come back and say, we like ice cream because it's delicious. Okay, pause the video one more time. This is the last time you're going to do this. We like ice cream because it's delicious. All right, last one. Let's do it. So I'm going to go ahead and name us. We don't have to. This is optional. I'm going to put it in parentheses because it's not necessary. A nosotros, and then we have to have our pronoun, nos. Gusta or gustan, check yourself. El helado is one thing, so it's gusta. A nosotros nos gusta el helado. Beautiful, perfect sentence, okay? And now we defend ourselves. Porque one thing is es, it's, and then delicioso, does it change? What are we describing? Ice cream? Ice cream is singular and masculine. Our word is singular and masculine, and we are happy. Es delicioso. Okay, that's your first activity, guys. I want to explain your assignment in the other video, so go give it a look. Gracias.